Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we unpack the complex world of business and finance. And today we have a bit of a financial update from Benchmark Electronics, Incorporated, that might just reveal where they are headed shall we dare to peek behind the curtain of their latest filing. We are diving into a current report from Benchmark Electronics, Incorporated, a company that works in the electronics manufacturing services space. Think of them as the folks who help other companies build the gadgets and complex electronic systems that power our world. This filing is coming out on the 3rd of February 2026, and it gives us a snapshot of their performance. Now remember, this report is about their results for the quarter and the full year that both ended on the 31st of December 2025. The main news here from this report is that Benchmark Electronics put out a press release announcing their financial results. This is a pretty standard thing for public companies to do, especially for year end. They are also attaching an investor presentation that goes along with this press release. These documents are like a treasure chest of numbers and insights, and they are incorporated right into this report. But here is a key detail to remember: they are saying this information is not considered officially filed for certain legal purposes. This means they are telling us what happened, but they are not taking on the full legal responsibility for it being part of their official record in a very strict sense. It is a bit of a nuanced legal point, but it tells us they are being careful about how they present this information. The big takeaway is we have their latest financial performance numbers to chew on. Now let us see what those numbers look like. We're not going to get bogged down in every single detail because honestly some of it can be quite dry. What we want to find is the story, the trends, the things that really matter to investors, and really any observer of the company. We are looking for signs of growth potential challenges or strategic shifts. This section simply lists the documents that are part of this filing. It is like the table of contents for the supporting evidence. One of the most important ones is Exhibit 99.1, which is the press release itself dated the 3rd of February 2026. This is where the company lays out its official statement on its performance. Then we have Exhibit 99.2, the investor presentation. This often contains charts, graphs, and more visual explanations of the financial data. It is usually designed to be more digestible than raw financial statements. Finally, there is the cover page interactive data file, which is for those who want to process this information digitally. So let us get to the juicy part, the actual results. Benchmark Electronics announced their financial results for the fourth quarter and the full year of 2025. This is critical because it shows us how they performed in the last few months of the year and how the entire year stacked up. We need to see if they are growing, shrinking, or staying steady. Are their revenues going up or down? Are they making more or less profit? These are the core questions we are trying to answer. When we look at these types of reports, we are always comparing the current numbers to past periods to understand the trend. Is this a blip or is it a new direction for the company? For an electronics manufacturer like Benchmark, things like global supply chains, demand for electronics in different sectors, and manufacturing efficiency are all huge factors. So how did they do in the fourth quarter and for the entire year 2025? Did they meet expectations or did they surprise us? Were there any big wins or any significant setbacks that they are reporting? This is where we look for those key numbers that tell the real story. We want to see revenue figures, profit margins, and any other key performance indicators they chose to highlight. For example, a strong revenue growth coupled with increasing profit margins would signal a company operating efficiently and capturing market demand. Conversely, declining revenues or shrinking profit margins could indicate challenges in the market or internal operational issues. We are looking for substance here, not just spin. Now, looking at these results more broadly, Benchmark Electronics appears to be navigating a dynamic market. Their reliance on the electronics manufacturing sector means they are closely tied to trends in technology demand and global economic conditions. For instance, if the demand for consumer electronics increased significantly in 2025, we would expect to see that reflected positively in their top-line revenue. If there were significant disruptions in the supply chain for critical components, that could have exerted downward pressure on their revenues and profitability. The key is to see how well they manage these external factors and if their internal strategies are paying off. What are the notable risks and opportunities for a company like Benchmark? On the opportunities side, there is always the constant innovation in the tech industry, creating new markets for their services. Think about the growth in areas like artificial intelligence, electric vehicles, and advanced medical devices, all of which require sophisticated electronics manufacturing. On the risk side, they face intense competition from other manufacturers globally. Also, geopolitical instability and ongoing supply chain vulnerabilities remain significant concerns that can impact their ability to produce and deliver goods on time. And at a reasonable cost, the numbers in this report should give us clues about how they are actually performing against these opportunities and risks. We want to see if they are capitalizing on growth areas and if they are effectively mitigating the risks. In conclusion, Benchmark Electronics Incorporated through this filing is sharing its financial performance for the 2025 fiscal year. While the details of specific financial tables are not fully laid out here, the report points to the release of their results. The question for investors and observers is whether these results indicate a company on a strong growth trajectory or one facing headwinds. We need to see if they are growing profits effectively, if they are managing their costs well, and if they are positioning themselves for future success in the ever-evolving electronics industry. The attached press release and investor presentation are where the real analysis of the numbers would begin. Alright, that is our quick decode of this Benchmark Electronics filing. What is your take on their potential direction based on what you have seen or expect from this kind of report? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to hit that like button, it really helps us out. And if you are new here, subscribe for more straightforward insights into the corporate world. Don't forget to check out our Discord community linked in the description for more discussions. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video.